name is Davita Stafford, and the skill that I'll be demonstrating for you all today is giving the resident the bedpan. I will begin this skill by first knocking on the door. I would then identify myself and greet the resident. I would then provide for privacy, do hand hygiene. After doing hand hygiene, I would then gather my supplies I would need, which will be a bedpan, wipes and or tissue, a waterproof pad, and a towel or a bag to cover my bedpan, whichever my facility prefers. After gathering all my materials, I would then raise the bed rails because I'm about to raise my bed up for good body mechanics. After raising my bed up, I would then lower the bed rail closest to me. I will place my resident in supine position. She's already in supine position. Next, I would put on my disposable gloves. After I place my disposable gloves on, I would then prepare to place the disposable waterproof pad under my resident. In order to put this waterproof pad up under my resident, I would have to turn my resident onto her side. Miss Starks, on the count of 3, we're going to roll onto your side, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I've got her on her side. I'm tucking the waterproof pad, leaving half of it out. Miss Starks, we're going to roll back onto your back, okay? 1, 2, 3. After placing my resident on her back, I will then roll her onto her other side to pull the waterproof pad out. Miss Starks, we're going to roll onto your other side, okay? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so my waterproof pad is under my resident. After placing the waterproof pad under my resident, I will then roll her into a side lying position. 1, 2, 3. And I would put the bedpan underneath her, holding it securely because I don't want it to pop out whenever I roll her back onto her back. We're going to roll back onto the bedpan, Miss Starks, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay. I would make sure that my resident is on the bedpan. I would then discard of my gloves. I would give the resident her call light, make sure she's comfortable. I would sit her up into a sitting position, providing wipes and or tissue, as well as her call light. I would raise the bed rail before lowering the bed to its lowest possible position. My resident is in sitting position. Come on the bedpan. Miss Starks, whenever you're finished, could you please hit your call light and I'll come in and assist you further, okay? Okay, so after lowering the bed, my resident was in sitting position. She has her call light. The bed rail is lowered. I would then perform hand hygiene and leave the room and wait for the resident. Okay, my resident has let me know by hitting her call light that she was ready. I would then return to the room, knock on the door. I would go into the room, perform hand hygiene. After performing hand hygiene, I would put on my disposable gloves. After putting on my disposable gloves, I would then raise the bed rails on both sides. I would proceed to raise the bed to a good level for my body mechanics. After raising the bed to a good level for body mechanics, I would lower the bed rail nearest me. The bed rail nearest me is lower, so then I will proceed to remove the bedpan from under my resident. I would start that by, Miss Starks, I'm just going to grasp the bedpan, okay? I would reach under my resident and hold the bedpan so that when I turn on my resident on her side, it doesn't tip over and spill. But just in case it does, I have this waterproof pad there. Miss Starks, on the count of 3, we're going to roll over onto your side, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I would then remove my bedpan and cover my bedpan with putting it at the foot of the bed. I would cover the bedpan with a towel. I would then proceed to roll my waterproof pad. I would provide perineal care to my resident if needed, wiping from front to back with my wipes, wiping from front to back, discarding and wiping as many times until my resident is clean. I would then roll her back onto her back and remove the waterproof pad, discard of it. I would remove my gloves, discard. After I remove my gloves and discard of them, I would then lower my bed to the lowest possible position. After lowering my bed, I would then lower the bed rails. I've lowered the bed rails. I will now place on a new pair of disposable gloves. After I place on this new pair of disposable gloves, I will now go clean my bedpan. I've got the bedpan, it's covered. I would then take the bedpan to the bathroom and I will clean it. If the resident is on output, then I would have to measure the urine and report to the nurse. But this resident is not, so I will just take the bedpan to the bathroom and I will clean it. I will return the bedpan to the room. I will put it away wherever it needed to be. After returning the bedpan, I will put all my supplies away. I will once again check on my resident, make sure she has a call light. Miss Starks, are you comfortable? Okay, Miss Starks, if you need anything, you let me know, okay? I would remove my gloves, dispose of them, perform hand hygiene, report, and record.